Hello everyone, we warmly welcome you all to our special program brought to you by Indian Achievers Forum. I'm your host Vatika Singh. Indian Achievers Award is an honor that celebrates the people who went extraordinary to effectuate their aspirations and ideas. In this series, we emphasize not only on the struggles and achievements of the people, but also on the social contributions they made to their native land, India. Before introducing you all to our one such achiever, let's take a look at the small AV.
Indian Achievers Forum is driven by a full-fledged advisory board. The board consists of experienced personalities who have excelled in their respective careers. Together, the forum organizes conferences, events, workshops, exhibitions, trade shows and B2B initiatives in India as well as abroad. Where there is passion, there is achievement. And where there is achievement, there is Indian Achievers Forum.
Today we have with us Mr. Mohan Krishnaraj, who is the Vice President and Global Head Experience Design of Herman International, a Samsung company. With over 2 decades of experience in the industry, Mohan has a proven track record of enabling UX-led business transformations for several blue-chip companies. He is currently the Vice President and Global Head of Experience Design at Herman International, a Samsung company. His team has been named Agency of the Year Design and Technology, ranked a leader in experience engineering by analysts, and won several other accolades with a USP that blends design and technology. Hello, sir.
Hi.
So, before entering into the questions, I'd like you to tell something about yourself and your professional journey.
Thank you for having me here. And I'm extremely honored to be receiving the Indian Achiever Award for the business leadership category. When I say design, it is more of experience design on how we engage with people and emotions in different fragments. And that is what I have been doing for more than 2 decades in multiple companies. This also means design in India has always been thought as something that India cannot do, and that is something which is always outside, and customers would always work on this from outside India. So this is where, as Indians, we have taken forward all of these into the next level of where India can do the strategy and India can and build the experience to the next level that the world is expecting. And when we talk about human and emotions and how we design those experiences for humans, we as experienced designers are the bridge between the technology overload on human beings and what humans really feel when they use certain interfaces or when they engage with a brand.
Right, sir. So, I'm really keen to know that what path did you take to get where you are today?
From a career path perspective, it's always been unconventional. Luckily, the teams I have worked all through has been very supportive and encouraging very disruptive ways of looking at design. Typically, India and design were looked at like a back office job or more to see how someone will give us the design, and we are more as India, we would do the development very efficiently. So that has moved over time, and that we as design community have really been promising to India, and have really taken up that as a challenge to move it up the radar, where the world now thinks that design and experience and the development can happen within India.
Right, sir. So, since we all know that there are certain challenges that we all have to face initially when you start, so what was the biggest challenge that you had to overcome?
Personally, picking up an unconventional path was very difficult, and it was very challenging for me to convince people on how design makes an impact on everything that reaches to the end user in this world. Back then, education was a big challenge where we had choices of only engineering or medicine. Design was never a mainstream, but now that is a mainstream. And kids have today an opportunity to learn different things and explore their passion to be a better designers and to create a more empathetic world in the future.
Right, sir. So, since we know that you are playing a huge role in evangelizing design driven innovation in India, so can you throw light on how you see it apply to the Atmanirbhar Bharat mission in India?
In India, the focus has been more on how do we increase supply to the demand that we have or that's going to come by. But what I'm trying to talk about here is how do we increase the thinking power, not increase the manpower, but increase the brain power, which means can we get more of innovations into India? I'm also into an honorary consulting for Germany, where smart cities have been thought through. But my input to that was stop looking at it as projects and stop looking at it how we can improve the city. Start looking at it from a user perspective or people perspective. Put people first and design programs around what people and their needs are. That changes the whole paradigm of how we look at it. So this is exactly what we should be doing from India perspective also in our smart city initiatives.
Right, sir. So, besides your professional journey, what are your outside interests?
I come from a creative world, so my interests are anthropology. And when I get some time, I do sketching. I watch a lot of movies. I have tried a stint in acting in movies as well. Sometimes I do play golf. There are varied interests, and that keeps changing. And I'm hoping to see something new every time.
So, there's this one question that I want to put forward, and that is your feelings on winning the Indian Achievers Award.
Thank you. It feels really great and honored to receive this award. And this is very special among all the global awards I've got. It's because it's my homeland that I'm getting this award. And a lot of support systems all through my life has helped me. And I kind of draw energies from everybody that's around me. It could be my family, it's the energy of my team, and it's a lot of well wishers that come around to help me and support me in every vision or mission that we kind of embark on.
Right, sir. So before concluding this session, you know that IF is followed not only by mainstream organizations, but also those young minds who aspire to be like our achievers someday. So, what is that one message you'd like to give them?
For the young minds and the new generation, I would say follow your dreams. There are hurdles in many ways, and they will stop you. There are people who will stop you from following your dreams, but you have a spark on the passion that you want to follow. So you have to be confident on it. Take that up as a challenge, and unless you fight for your passion, it's not going to come out. And there's always newer things that comes out every time when you follow your passion. You need to wake up to that.
Right, and that was a great piece of advice. Thank you so much, sir, for joining with us today. It was pleasure talking to you, and we hope that you continue to inspire people of all ages forever. Thank you so much, sir.